Hey, it's been so long. I told you I would come back and post readings as I felt prompted to do so. We are currently in Taurus and the moon is in Scorpio. That's my personal sun and moon placements, so it's usually a time that I want to do stuff like this. I actually did 3 readings 2 nights ago, the first night of Scorpio moon. I don't know. The third one, I just didn't feel good about sharing it. It had some difficult messages, and I was so tired by the time I got to that one. I didn't feel I was channeling the messages really well enough for my liking. So I have 2 for you. I don't have time to do the third over again, and I wanted to get this up today because the moon is full in Scorpio. So these will be love readings, romance. I like to say sex, love, romance sector, and just see what happens. Let me show you what we have here. I'm using objects. I usually use crystals, but I've been thinking for a while about these objects. For the first group, I have a cat skull candle, black wax cat skull candle. I love it. I'll probably never burn it. Cat skull. Cat, to me, this feels so much to me. It reminds me of, the familiars we experience in our lives and those sort of soul bonds with felines. Just because those are the ones I've had. And this is the deck, and I'm sorry I don't remember the name. It's something from Etsy. I love the deck. I can't really show the pictures. Some of them are super graphic, but you'll see the recordings as my face. The second group, I'm using this small bottle. It is wormwood oil. It's a ritual spell oil, wormwood, and this is the deck. Again, can't remember the name. It's from Etsy. Beautiful deck. Anyway, that's what I have for group 1 and 2. I don't know. This smells so delicious. It is used as a sort of aphrodisiac. So here we go. All right. See you at your reading. I'm thinking about doing some zodiac sign stuff, but we'll see. I'm very busy. But anyway, enjoy. Give me feedback. Let me know if you need anything. Thank you. Hey, group 1. All right, so I've been shuffling. Don't need to waste a lot of time doing that in a video, right? I don't know. Sometimes people talk about like stuff that's far too exhausting for me to even worry about. I don't care. It is what it is. I am doing what I'm doing. It's all optional, I like to say. Okay. Group 1. So, I chose the black cat candle, skull candle. I love this. I'll probably never burn it. I don't know. This feels very scorpionic though to me, but it also reminds me of soul bonds. Just saying. Familiars. I just have felt such a strong spiritual connection, particularly to felines. Anyway, I did, if you've seen me before, maybe you've seen me use the lyrics deck I made. And I just want to say, I was checking the vibe a little bit, and I got, whichever way I go, I come back to the place you are. When you don't come home to me, can't deal, can't bear. And lately you've been on my mind. These are 3 that make me think about nearly lost love. Something I just like, I can't quit you type of love, something that really just has a kind of a grasp on you. When I made this deck, I believe there are 100 cards. I was very conscious to make sure there was an equal distribution of themes, like just, new, old, heartbreak, I hate you, I love you, like just really spread out the themes and tried to make sure it was very proportionate. And these all feel very much similar to me. Something that has happened in the past that just won't, it lingers, if you will. The lingering love. I'm just gonna, not spend too much time on that, but it was just a check, and I just wanted to see what I would get, and I don't know. We'll see. All right. For the people who show up in number 1, people who feel number 1, let me know a little bit about the current love situation for number 1 people. I'm just gonna get the ones I need and turn them over and talk. Okay, what do we have here? Oh my. Okay. None of these have nudity. Well, sort of. Whatever. Lovers, 7 of Wands, and Knight of Swords. The Lovers representing a bond for sure. A romantic bond that exists. It seems quite timeless. The 7 of Wands is telling me there's a protective energy around this bond. I don't think it comes as much from one of you protecting a relationship per se. I think it's like a spiritual protection. You may find that other things, other romantic opportunities won't work out because they aren't this. This Knight of Swords card, I'm going to put my finger over some breastises, but, oh, it's backwards, sorry. This is not a very typical image for a Knight of Swords. It's kind of hard to see because my finger's over it. This deer slash woman looks really down, and I feel like maybe the communication in this situation is lacking. Maybe it's slow, intermittent, gone. Maybe you're waiting. Let me get some more cards on these. More about lovers. For group 1, more about lovers. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles in love readings makes me feel very much like there are lessons to be learned, especially here with the Lovers, and saying it's a soul bond, saying it's a connection that is here to teach you. And I know people say that a lot, but that's literally what the Lovers with the Eight of Pentacles would be. So definitely a significant connection that is uncovering things, and we're going to get to what those things might be for you and your journey. And then for the Seven of Wands, while it could be many other things, I did feel that there's a spiritual protection here, sort of keeping others out, keeping you from going too far away from each other with other people. And I have the Queen of Wands with the Seven of Wands. So I'm going to just say this right out. This could indicate, or at least I have the feeling, I can't show you the card, it's totally naked, but this could indicate some manifestation magic, sex magic, sexual magic when you're with the person or away from the person. Again, guided. I think the feeling, whoever is more the feminine energy in this situation, I think this feeling of this relationship being protected is something that the feminine energy would be a bit tapped into, either because they have done work on it, or because of their own intuition and higher knowing. So if you are that person, you may have the feeling that this is a connection that you've called in. Why is the Knight of Swords the way it is here? Ten of Cups. There's a waiting feeling here. Neither of these cards are typically about waiting. In fact, the Knight of Swords is quick and active and moving and communicating, but I got the sense that there's a lull in communication for probably most people. The Ten of Cups backing it up. I think there's a feeling like you'll hear from this person again. I think you both know that you'll talk again. Okay? So that's what I get on the current situation. Let us go a little deeper. Let me go a little deeper. Please tell me more about the core of this connection, the deep connective cord. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords at the core here? Oh wow. Okay, I was thinking it's the Empress. Okay. So, at the core of this connection, like what it is about teaching you, you know what I mean? Like what lesson is to be learned. I'm getting this, it is through losing this. And okay, how do I explain it? It's like you split apart, and then you grow and assess, and you come back together, and it's a little bit different and better, and you've both done some healing, and then you may do this. You may, it's like you have to, because nobody was ready yet this time, and then maybe another time, and I don't know how many cycles, because I think it will vary, but I think there's something about chapters and cycles with each other where each time you go a little deeper, and it feels incremental, and you go your separate ways, and then that person sort of lingers in your energy, and you gain a greater sort of appreciation and understanding of them and yourself. And then when you're find your way into a certain alignment again, in the same groove again, you're able to do it better. Does that make sense? Like, enjoy it more, do it better, see how much you've grown, see how much they've grown. Like, there's something about growing together, even when you're separate. Like, you're growing, and then there's stuff that needs to get fixed. You go apart, stay in each other's mind, keep growing. Each of you are individually growing. You find yourselves back. And I feel two people who are definitely somewhat aligned, even though not always. I think you're aligned in the spiritual realm, and maybe there's a soul contract that keeps bringing you back together. I don't know, but because I don't really know how I feel about all that stuff, but like, it feels like it just gets better and better, and being away from each other, there's like a trust and a knowing that of what you are to them, and it becomes stronger and stronger as time goes on. I think the communication becomes grows, matures as well. I want to talk more about, lost some cards. I want to talk more about, what were these? I don't know. I feel like they want me to talk about this person. What is the other person in this connection's general take on what is happening or happens between you? 10 of Wands, and it's under the Wands. It's the Queen and the 7. Then we got a 10, and I have another for why the 10 of Wands is here. God, these cards are huge. I think I just dropped one. Why the 10 of Wands is here for this person's take. Temperance. Yes. Oh my gosh. So the 10 of Wands here with the Temperance, it feels like they get it. They get what I'm saying, and I hope you do too. I feel that it's about reaching a threshold, and going inward. It feels very harmony, going inward and healing, and then coming, you know, like I said, and then coming back together would be, and healing together is the temperance. It's the alchemy of the blend of, you know, I'm over here doing this to better myself and take care of the stuff that hangs me up in the reality of relationships, and this person's over here working on themselves doing that, and then we end up on the same page again and we do some more work together. This is a very working relationship, and this Ten of Wands just tells me this is all fire. This is all creation energy. The Ten of Wands, and this one is full of crystals. It's like it just feels like a battery on a charger, you know, like it just feels like I told you, threshold. Like it feels like waiting for that, you know, to the battery, the little light to move all the way up to like 100%. And then there's the light coming together again. It really feels like that other person, kind of gets this and what's happening. If they didn't always, I think they might now. And then as far as like this sort of learning, I want to say it's like learning to manage your own expectations and anxieties, and being very tapped into the reality of what the two of you have, and what it takes in the real world to make something powerful like that a day in and day out thing. You know, when you have something, a connection that is so very special, and causes as a catalyst for so much growth and healing, what if you settle into the mundane together, the daily, the routine, and take it for granted, or like yeah, I mean, I guess that's really just it. Yeah. Anyway, so I want to know, knowing you'll talk again, these lulls, I just want more. Am I right that this is about like the monotony and the mundane sort of vibe of being two people? You're two people with individual work to do. Maybe being together when the time's not right just means that individual work would just fall by the wayside, and then you'd end up unhealthy and maybe resentful. Like that's yes. I just got the Three of Swords. This is about like, it doesn't go away, because if it's gonna be, it has to be good. And being together when you both have individual healing to do, would lead to heartbreak, and like I said, taking it for granted. Can't get these cards. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's about the investment. It's so weird. Like the investment in this situation is sometimes together and sometimes separate. And when you're separate and you're growing and you're practicing patience and you're waiting for the fruits of the work, you know, both of you, one of you goes off and plants a berry bush, you know, and the other goes off and tends to like an apple tree or whatever, and then you come together with a basket of apples and a basket of berries and share. I don't know. I don't mean to make weird analogies, but I hope that explains what it is I'm feeling for why the lulls and the time apart are good. They're really good. If you both have this sort of knowingness and faith, if this is true for you, then this is good, actually. All right. What is something the people in this group listening to this reading need to know about this familiar connection that comes and goes but always sort of stays? Wowza. This is death, Scorpio. You know where we are. Tower, which is also Scorpio. Those are big, heavy majors. Let me do it. Death and Tower here. Fool. Yes. Oh, wow. This is an ending to create a new beginning, the Death card. Tower. The shake up, the wake up, the awakening, the clarity, the things fall apart to be built again, the death, the things end to begin again. To me, death is a portal. And then to have the Fool, when I was asking about those two, death and the Tower, it's the Fool. It's to start again every time. This is a connection that may go in who knows how many cycles. It could span decades. I don't know. And don't know what togetherness could look like. Like a real, Is there anything people in this group, can know about the future of real 3D earth plane committed relationship? Well, gonna have another card to go with this 10 of Pentacles. Well, okay. So I have a 10 of Pentacles and a Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is fast movement, but I don't think in this case it's about speed. It's about, to me, it feels more like knowing what you want. And then there's the 10 of Pentacles, which is like having it all. So as far as the future of this connection goes, I mean, I'm getting 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. I get the sense of striving. Really knowing what you want. When you're both really sure, there will be a time when you're both really sure that you're ready, I think, and that it's time to clear the way and together create the 10 of Pentacles. That's really how I feel about that. Page of Wands. I think there will be a knowingness. Oh, I said a knowingness, and it's the Queen of Swords. Who knows? Knows. Knows what she wants. What's that Bangle song? If she knew what you want. Yeah. Oh, King of Pentacles. That's beautiful. Yeah, coming together as a Queen of Swords and a King of Pentacles. I mean, this might be taking it a little far, but I feel, for general, you know, but I feel like a King of Pentacles here, when the masculine in the situation, whichever energy that is, it doesn't matter. For them, feeling ready, there's gonna be an element of security involved, financial, what do you call it? Material security. And for the feminine involved, there's gonna be a sort of knowing that what's for you will not pass you by, and just being very comfortable and at ease in certainty of what it is you want. I don't know if we need to do much more digging. Is there anything from the shadows for this connection that we need to put the light on? What are the shadowy parts about here? Four of Cups. Seven of Cups. So on one hand, with the Four of Cups, there is some of the shadows. I think that both people, like most people, have their own mental health to manage. It's crazy times. It's always been hard. Life is existence is something. But I think this is speaking to me about just not being sure and ready, or sure, like just not feeling 100%, like not feeling good enough, not feeling up to par, not feeling like you can make a good decision at this time. That's what I feel for that, even though I know there are many other interpretations. And the Seven of Cups is, you know, there's options and there's choices, and like it can feel overwhelming at certain points in life when you're trying to work on your own stuff, and then you have like to take steps forward, and you're like, but I'm not really sure which way I'm going. Like, I think there's a lack of certainty in general on both parts here. We saw, and I was getting the sense with the Queen of Swords that it's a matter of the feminine being in Queen of Swords energy, which I don't think is 100% happening yet. Not, you know, having material lack and having uncertainty, those are two separate issues that require individual work. It makes sense to me. What? Okay, is there anything else I can say before I finish this one? For group one, is there anything else we can talk about what lies ahead? Let's do something predictive. What's just ahead? What's next? What's the very emerging energy? What's emerging? Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, got a star. What's emerging? What's emerging with the star here? Why is the star here? Emerging. Emerging. Oh. Oh. So the star is hope and connectedness and and, you know, maybe even wishes coming true. And the Six of Pentacles. So this is like you both holding on to hope. This is both giving each other something to feel hopeful about. This is an exchange. This could, for some, even indicate a conversation about kind of your hopes and dreams. I feel like this is a connection where you're building a friendship from something that may have started out entirely hot, entirely romantic, you know. And now you're kind of like realizing the value in each other and putting friendship in it. Like building a real, solid, consistent, and some of this may be just energetic and unspoken, you know. Okay, so that's really what I have. So I got those lyric. Let me get a couple lyric cards just for like fun about what the reading we just unfolded. Group 1's connection. Just ahead. Oh man. So you have, I swear to God, I never fall in love, then you showed up and I can't get enough. And baby, it ain't over till it's over. Baby, it ain't over till it's over. That's Lenny Kravitz. I swear to God, I never fall in love, then you showed up and I can't get enough. Is that Machine Gun Kelly? I'm not sure. I made these a long time ago. Or, you know, it's been a while. I can't remember what that's from. But I think that those are right. It's not over. And nobody impresses upon you or them the way you and they do. Okay. Well, that's cool. Awesome. See ya. Hello to the second group. You chose this deck and this wormwood oil. And I honestly, the first reading was really cool. But I can already tell this one's different. I pulled 3 of my psychic radio cards for lyrics, just for a vibe on what I was getting into. And I got Drunk in Love, All I Want Is You. That's Miguel, I know. And You're Giving Me the Sweetest Taboo, which is Sade. And I'm feeling, I got this very like, I put a spell on you vibe, and which is interesting because wormwood oil, you know, that is that's attraction. That's for attraction. That's for romance and sexual attraction. We'll see. So I've already kind of been shuffling these. I don't want to burden myself with doing it all on camera, but I'm going to do one more. Let me look at the kind of current energy and situation that you're in love. And number two. One more. Wow, okay. One more. What is number 2's current? Wow, yes. 8 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups. This feels like luck, timing, out of nowhere, sweetness, crush energy, new energy. I just heard I found you energy. I feel like this could be a situation where there's a lot of communication and like a feeling of, I'm so glad I met you, you know? That's what I'm feeling. Let me go a layer deeper onto these cards. I want some support for these cards. What do we have for the Eight of Wands for number 2's love situation? Oh. So I got a Five of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands, and I want to say rebound. Somebody in this situation it may not even be immediate, but I get the sense that like someone's being like, I just heard, you know, that song, Wake Me Up Inside, Bring Me Back to Life. Like, I feel like somebody was unsure about finding anyone, and lo and behold, you came out of nowhere. I'm getting flooded with lyrics. This is a musical one. I was getting them in the other one, but this group is super musical. I can't even tell you how many songs I've tried to play in my head since I just started this. And I may say things and you may not even know that I'm saying lyrics. So there could be a huge musical connection here, or somebody is a musician, or both are. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Ooh, the Fool. Yeah. Just like, ta-da, surprise. The unknown, the journey, the fun, the thrill, the thing that comes, you know, you didn't know, how could you have expected it, kind of thing. I like you. And the Two of Wands for the Page of Cups. What to do with this? Now that we found love, what are we going to do with it? The words, the lyrics, the music isn't stopping. It's crazy. I don't even know who sings that song. Oh my. So this feels fresh and exciting and new. That's the Love Boat theme. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. What can we know? Please illuminate for me. Something, what's really going on under all this and this new connection? I think I got the World and the Page of Swords. I think you're you completed a cycle and you're open. You know, I don't know if you felt open, but you were opened because you cleared something. I just got this feeling of like, you did it. You did what you're supposed to do. It's time. What is group 2 ready for? What is group 2 ready for? I have the Tower and the Seven of Pentacles. The Tower here is I feel it's the rebuilding. And the Seven of Pentacles is the planting the seeds. Yeah, I'm trying to look at this in my darkness. This tower doesn't look like other towers. You see that? It's standing. There's no lightning hitting it. It doesn't appear to be on fire. It's just a tower. like a beacon. Layers and layers and layers. Yeah, the Tower with the 7 of Pentacles is just feels like starting over. It feels very much like a clean slate. And I don't think it's with someone you've been with before. I wanted that one. Oh. I got the Lovers. What is this about, though? Because I said someone I haven't been with before. I think it's someone you were supposed to meet. Oh. I think someone you were with before was a false. They presented in many ways as like a soul bond or soulmate or somebody that was bigger and more significant than they really were. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, this is fresh and new and righteous. I get the word righteous. Oh man. This is a more of a King of Swords. This is a more what's the right word? This person is more together, more with it, more bossy, you know, in a good way, more knows what they want. Maybe the person before didn't really know what they wanted or who they were. This person knows, I'm going to say he, because this is a king energy. It would be the masculine. This person knows who he is. That's the difference. Oh man, I have a Queen of Wands. And the feminine here knows what she wants. And wants someone who knows what he wants. Ace of Pentacles, another new beginning. I feel like there were other aces. I'm piling things up in a really non-pretty way and I can't see what I did, but yeah. This one's taking root. This is exciting. Okay, is there anything that group 2 needs to know heading into this with this person? Why? Eight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Do not forget to tend to your own garden, no matter how intertwined you get with someone else. This is really important for it to come up. The Eight of Cups, this is going to be prioritizing yourself. And for some reason, this card has like 2 cups on it. And 2 people. But it's about, you know, Eight of Cups sometimes means like walking away from something that isn't serving you. But it really, here, it can mean it's just like prioritizing yourself. Like, don't sacrifice your own needs and wants and happiness, and don't forget who you are. The Page of Pentacles is the student. The 9 of Pentacles is independent and, you know, self-fulfilling, you know. And I think it's really important that you don't lose that part of yourself in this relationship. As fun and exciting as it is, don't get so carried away that you forget kind of like, you know, that you still have your own, what do you call it? You're your own individual person, you know. So, okay. I think they'll respect you more for that. when the dynamics change, when two people get together and whatever attracted them in the beginning and it feels really right, and then the dynamic changes because they become more of a unit, that's when people start to be like, you're not as independent as I thought. You're feeling kind of like clingy, or something like that. That's just an example for something. Okay. What is happening next in this connection? What is predictive? Emperor. What is happening next? Why is the Emperor here? Page of Wands. Temperance. Huh. This just feels really like this is fire energy also. Both the Emperor and Temperance are Aries and Sagittarius, so that's like fire. It feels, and the Page of Wands is fire. I think what's happening next is you're really getting to know each other and really trying to keep a level head, keep everything balanced, keep everything, do it the right way. I think there's forward movement. I think it's a little controlled and slow, and it may be on the masculine's part that is tempered. Maybe even a little bit of like conscious holding back on that, like hey, we could really get carried away here. I want to do this the right way. That's the vibe. What is the longer term outlook for this particular connection for number 2? The longer term. Queen of Swords. 2 of Swords. 5 of Cups. Things are very exciting right now. But I do want to say the longer term outlook, it's very important that you get to know each other slowly and over time and monitor the ways in which you both change. I think the energy that I'm getting from this when I ask the question is about the feminine. I think kind of being in an undecided state at some point farther down the road. Why? Let me ask why specifically is this 5 of Cups here for later? What is this about? Oh, it's the Knight of Pentacles. I'm worried because of everything I've gotten in this read that the feminine in this situation is wanting to rush faster than you need to rush. If you want what you want, what you want. But there's a reason why the masculine, is doing things in a more controlled way. Is very smart. It's very wise. It's very realistic. And I think the feminine down the road is like, I don't know if I want to keep what are we doing? Are we gonna do this? Are we, so there's this 5 of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles, and it's about like, I believe it's about like, are we this is going very slowly. Are we doing this or are we letting it go? Please don't, I can't tell you what to do. It feels like ultimatum energy. I'll just say it. I would encourage the feminine in this situation to, you know, try to have a realistic grasp on why you need to be in a rush. Is that some sort of societal pressure? Is that some sort of internal lack, void, that you would think would be filled? Let me do for this group some advice about moving forward in this connection. 3 of Wands, that's patience. And 6 of Wands. Good things come to those who wait. Patience is a virtue. These are both 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands. That's what those two sayings apply right there. 6 of Wands is the prestige and the respect, the kind of glory, and the 3 of Wands is waiting for it or being patient about it, or definitely being patient about waiting for manifestations, etc., to unfold. Allow things to be what they're going to be, and they can be great. That's what I feel. I mean, I wanted to see what was on the bottom, and it's death, which is, to me, I get the feeling of needing to roll with the ways in which you both will change. And who knows for sure what will happen in the end, but it's really important that you allow for change, for the other person to grow, and for yourself, because we all just are gonna, even 2 people who are high school sweethearts and are married till they die in their 80s, 90s, or whatever, they changed individually as humans. And we have to understand that no one person is going to fulfill every need and every desire. Yeah, I get the feeling there's quite a bit of personal work that needs to be done, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be alone to do it necessarily, but you have to be really mindful when in healthy connections, not to let stuff sabotage the potential of a good thing. That's what I get. Let me see if there's any more. This was such a musical one. Let me see if there's any more musical vibes. So I got Fade Into You, Mazzy Star, and Love of My Life, You Are My Friend, which is I want to say, it's Erykah Badu, and I can't remember who, but anyway. When I saw Fade Into You, I was like, yeah, don't lose yourself in another person. You can't do that. And then Love of My Life, You Are My Friend. Take it slow and let the relationship, grow at a beautiful, natural, unforced pace. Try not to get anxious about where it's headed. I think there's a lot of potential here. It's definitely exciting now. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Feels a little I'm leaving it with a little nervous energy. It's not mine. I'm chilling. But I picked it up. Yeah. Don't worry yourself into uncomfortable places. Nobody wants to do that to you, you know?